my wife got up. We got up, and generally she went to work a little bit earlier than me because she had farther distance to go. She had to drive all the way across town to the American school. And she went off to school driving. She came back almost immediately. And she told me that she got down, and the route she had to use to go to school was right by the Prime Minister's residence. When she got down to the Prime Minister's residence, there was a tank parked in the street with the main gun aimed at the front door of the Prime Minister's residence. That's a bad signal, you know. And a Somali soldier stuck a bayonet through the window of the car right into her blouse and said, "Go back." He didn't speak Somali, or he didn't speak English. "Go back, go back." She understood to go back, so she came back home. We hadn't even focused on the fact that the electricity wasn't on. The telephones weren't working, and Somali radio wasn't broadcasting. 3 more signals that something's happened. So Mary Beth stayed there. I walked up the street from our house to where the ambassador's residence was. And I couldn't raise anybody except by throwing rocks in over the wall and hitting the window. And somebody came out and finally opened the door, and I said, "Mr. Ambassador, the radio isn't broadcasting. There's no telephone, okay? And there's no electricity. Looks like there's been a coup." And the ambassador said, "Home," or something. Alarm. And then he said, "Do you think you and Jack McDonald," Jack McDonald was the political officer in the embassy, and he lived nearby where we lived. We all were living in the same area. "Do you think you and Jack could get down to the embassy? Because we didn't have anybody in the embassy." I said, "Sure." So Jack McDonald and I started to walk down toward the embassy. And we were stopped a couple of times by Somali troops. But they let us go. I'm not sure they had all gotten explicit instructions about what to do. It was so early in the coup. They let us go into the embassy, but then they didn't let us out. So for 4 days we couldn't go out of the embassy. And as another measure of showing you how unprepared the U.S. government was, the emergency ration supply in the embassy consisted of 24 cans, rusty cans of camel pork and beans, and a jerry can of water, stale water. So we had nothing to eat, and there was no embassy cafeteria or anything. You know, it was pretty rudimentary embassy. Embassies today are elaborate cafeterias. So, after 2 days, the ambassador got permission to bring us a picnic basket. And he did that, but they still wouldn't let us out of the embassy. They alleged that we were in there planning a counter coup. But then, the other thing we noticed immediately was that within hours, 3 Russian ships, Hull 2 on the horizon, we could see the sea from the embassy, from the top of the embassy. 3 Russian ships appeared. And all of a sudden, Russian sailors began to take leave and walk around Mogadishu in Class A uniforms. What? Looks like this coup is being supported by the Russians. Now, up until then,